Here's one thing I've got to mention before we carry on. Rebellion's Message. The first of my Bloody Mary Tudor series is now out from Canongate's imprint Blackthorn, which sounds really quite scary. No, it doesn't actually. It's very nice. Blackthorn, lovely people. They've brought out this because Canongate bought Severn House, who originally published it with a different cover. So if you see this and you haven't read it, buy it, because it's very good value. If you see this and you have read a book called Rebellion's Message by me, don't buy it, because it's the same book, just repackaged. This is mass market, so it's going out in bookshops up and down the country in the UK and very soon in the States as well. And it is an excellent book because it's very funny. The reviews are great. Now, back to work. Hello and welcome to another Writerly Witterings. Cheers. First of all, an apology. There was a lack of a video last week. There was a very good reason for that, which was that I didn't have time to do one. I was rushed off my feet and there just wasn't time. This week's been different because for some reason, as most people know, I am very deaf in that ear. And earlier this week I went very deaf suddenly in that ear. And much of this week has been spent trying to get hold of consultants to go and have meetings at the hospital and getting steroids and all sorts of other stuff. Don't panic. The hearing seems to have stabilised again. The use of steroids seems to have worked this time. I'm just hoping it carries on that way. Anyway, that has delayed things this week. And so, rather than what I was planning to do, which was... I hope you're impressed with this. I'm moving around and the camera's coming with me sort of most of the time. But you see, I was going to do some more testing of papers and inks. But time got the better of me. But today, someone has sent me a very nice box. Thank you, Chris Curtis. And so I thought, rather than mucking about and doing a poor quality Leuchtturm test, I'd do an unboxing of this box because it's interesting and I want to know what's inside it. So let's have a look. So here we go with a very interesting package. Cup of tea, you'll notice, carefully placed behind so it could be knocked over at the slightest opportunity. I'm hoping I won't. So let's find out what's inside. Chris has been very kind before and sent me a couple of inks. Anybody who liked the Altgrün, I think that came from Chris. Now let's see. What on earth is in here? We have packaging galore. What one expects. Oh wow! This I like a lot, because we have, oh god, we've got a Kaveco. I like Kavecos. Not only do we have, I'm going to bring this up close so you can see what this is. So we've got a Kaveco, we have some highlighter yellow inks, because Chris liked the highlighter inks review I did a little while ago, but this comes with its own highlighter pen. Oh, and with a Kaveco cartridge. That is nice. Thank you very much. A highlighter Kaveco Sport with a very fat nib. That's going to be fun to test. Oh yes. Oh yes indeed. That is fantastic. So what else have we got in here? We have highlighter ink for Pelican. That's going to be fun. That's going to be very interesting. So he's sent me yellow highlighter ink, which I've reviewed already. This is the yellow version. Very interesting, and looking forward to that a great deal. What else have we got here? Struth. Chris, you're going rather over the top here. Pilot Capless. Now, I've never actually seen one of these before. But these are, I know, fantastic pens. Look at that. And the fact that it sits in your pocket like that means that you shouldn't get any leaks. Wow. And a big wow at that. That is nice packaging too, I have to say. And then we've got a whole pile of inks. We've got Schreibtinte Sepia, which I'm looking forward to that. So we've got Rohrer und Klinger, all these. So Eisengalles Tinte, Scabiosa. Don't know what colour that would be, but writing ink made in Germany. Eisengalles Tinte. So Iron Gall Nut. So very dark brown, I would think. Then we've got Blue Sea. We've got Iron Gall Salix, so I assume that's very black. And Verdigris. Oh wow, that is a very interesting selection of inks, Chris, thank you. It feels like Christmas has come. And then he's also sent me some Oxford paper notepads. Now he's advised me that these really are good quality and ideal for fountain pens. I've never used Oxford paper. Oxford Optic is the one that he said was his favourite, I think. So these are going to have to be reviewed as well. Now, it's always delightful to hear from anyone, but it is hugely generous of this guy to send this stuff through, and Chris, I am very, very grateful. Not least because, owing to the fact that you've sent me all these things, it saved me having to think about how I was going to do my Leuchtturm test of papers, which I'm going to do because I've got to do that fairly soon, purely because I use Leuchtturm all the time. This is my daily use notepad, which, as you can see, if I can hold it up properly, is full of notes of characters, plots and books. So I use a lot of Leuchtturm. I have to do a review of it just to demonstrate why I use a lot of Leuchtturm. But thanks very much for that, Chris. I am really looking forward to having a go with this. I'm going to try to get some reviews done this weekend, so I've got a few in advance, and then if I have to go into the consultant to get this flaming ear checked out a bit more, there'll be at least something to leave in the can afterwards. But thanks ever so much. This is a fabulous selection of stuff. I am really looking forward to trying them. Thanks a lot for watching. If you enjoyed that, don't forget you can go and click on the Patreon account, in which case you can help support the channel, or if you just want to subscribe, hit the subscribe, hit the bell if you want to be notified of future videos, hit the share button, and don't forget, if you've got any comments or complaints or general comments on the weather, there's a comments section where you can put them all, and I try to reply very quickly, although this last time I have failed a bit. Never mind. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you enjoyed that, and I look forward to seeing you next time, which will probably be a Leuchtturm, and then the week after that I'll be trying to go through all of these things from Chris. Thank you very much for watching. Cheers. You still there? Go away.